This is my intro music. Welcome to the video. I hope you like it lots, so don't forget to subscribe and click the thumbs up button. Now let's react.
Hey, hi, hello there. Welcome to another spooky episode of An Anthropologist Digs Into Anna's Trainer. Oh, yes. I promised you guys we were going to do this. Also, my cats are wound up. Ah, you can't see. You can't see anyway. She's packing paper. So if you hear her running around in the packing paper, I can't help it. Anyway, this is Anna's trainer. His name is Cybernetic Strongman. There you go. I was just kind of going through his Twitter feed a little bit. We're kind of going to explore together a little bit. I've not really seen anybody do this. I'm sure somebody else has. I just haven't seen anybody else really dig into him. Not that I have anything critical to say. I just don't know anything about the guy, right? Anna doesn't really tell us much about it. Before we get too deep into him, however, a couple of things I want to talk about. First off, Anna has apparently started a new Instagram called Viking Princess Lifts. Okay, Anna. She's Anna O'Brien, hash Viking Princess, she, her. Okay, Anna. There's some actual Swedish royalty that might want to have a word with you. But anyway, I don't actually care. I know she's doing it just to be a bitch, so whatever. I would like to note that I found out about this via the Reddit that shall not be named. And at the time, it was open and you could follow it, and she had posted videos, and she was commenting on other people's stuff through this account. And now today, if you go to it, it's been privated and you can no longer, you can't follow it anymore. Well, I mean, you can, but she's not going to let you follow it, probably. I'm not going to bother. She's got 8,000 followers, though, so that's pretty good, I guess. I don't know, maybe I'll give it a shot. I doubt she's going to let my account through since she's blocked me everywhere else. It's pretty funny, though. So anyway, just letting you guys know, she's got 35 posts, supposedly, so we'll see. I know that Anna has been, I know through the grapevine that, again, is the Reddit, that Anna has been going out of her way to follow as many, like, powerlifting strong women accounts as she can. And she's, like, doing the thing that she did when she was on Threads, where she's literally commenting on every, like, influencer-esque account that she can. And she's trying to, like, basically network her way through the various accounts that she thinks are more influential than others. So we've already seen her make some videos, like, well, okay, 2 videos with one particular strong woman who has a social media presence of a little bit. So Anna's definitely trying to, like, build this Viking Princess Lifts account up. Apparently we're abandoning glitter and lasers. We're going to become Viking Princess Lifts. I'm going to roll my eyes really hard every time I have to say that name. But does that mean we're going to get a Viking Princess Lifts book out of this? Because I'm going to read that one too. Anyway, just letting you guys know that this does exist if anybody wants to go follow it. Can we see who she's following? Nope. Damn it. Stupid Instagram and its stupid privacy policies. Anyway. So there's that. Anyway, I wanted to come back here and look at the Cybernetic Strongman video. This one's kind of interesting. He has a lot of videos kind of talking about his own journey. It seems, I don't really know a whole lot. I really just kind of started digging into him. I wanted to do a video, kind of a catch-up video with Anna, but right now she's in Disneyland with her godkids, and I'm not watching videos with her godkids in it because they're her godkids, and I don't want her kids on the internet. I don't want someone else's kids with her on the internet, I guess is where I was going with that. Anyway, this is his main Instagram here, or the one that I found through her links. He had commented on a video of hers, and so I clicked on that one, and that's got me here. He's like the silverback athlete, team gorilla mind. Very dude bro sounding. I'm sure he's a very nice person. I don't understand this kind of, like, mentality. Gorilla mind. Okay, cool. Maybe the silverback athlete thing is, like, the whole, like, he's an older guy. I don't know. Benefit of the doubt, sure. But he does have a lot of like stuff that looks, I don't know, kind of inspirational, I guess. He is an amputee, and I think this video he kind of talks about it a little bit. I'm sure if I dig far enough back, he probably actually talks about why he's an amputee. And yeah, he just kind of has little videos showing off stuff that he does. Like, I want to hover over it because it'll make the thing move, but this says needing help doesn't make you a failure. Let's see. Overcoming amputation, one-legged deadlifts. I guess he kind of challenges himself to see what he can do. He's got some before and afters. This one just kind of, oh, you can't really see it so much. Here, let me see if I can spread this out some. Yeah. It just resized everything. Where'd it go? Because it was kind of funny. This one I just thought was kind of funny because it's got like, let's see if I can, this one here. No, to play it. He's like laying on the ground. He's got a friend standing over him with his amputated leg. Kind of like he's going to like hit him with it. I don't know. I think it's kind of funny. I like when people make fun of themselves. What are you going to do? Anyway. Oh, so it looks like he started this in like March of last year. So this is only about a year old. Yeah, well, anyway. I just kind of wanted to get an idea of who he is, what he's like, what kind of personality he's got. Now, don't get me wrong. If he's on the internet, everything here on the internet is going to be curated. So he's, you know, he's selling his services. He's a coach, that kind of a thing. The other thing I wanted to look at was the gym that she's been training at. And the reason I wanted to do that is because somebody on the Reddit posted something that was a 1-star review. Now, they did mention that it was like from a year or so ago it was a pretty bad review actually, but hang on real quick. Anyway, it was a pretty bad review. The person had left. Now, everybody's going to get a bad review eventually about something. And it just kind of got me thinking like, I haven't really seen anybody like talk about the gym either. Everybody talks about Anna. Everybody talks about her form. Nobody really talks about the coach. Nobody really talks about the gym. Both of these places are public knowledge. Like, he's a public coach. He's got a public profile. He's putting himself out there. This gym has a public profile on, this is Instagram that we're looking at right now. So, you know, it's not like these are quiet places, but that kind of a thing. The gym seems to do a little bit of everything. And they've just got all these different videos. Her coach does not own this gym. This gym is owned by someone else. And this is their link tree. When I go to the website, and I was kind of trying to see if I could find just some in general information about who, because it says personal group training. I just wanted to see if they had a list of the coaches there, but it doesn't. It looks like they want you to call. God forbid. They want you to call them to get information, which is fine, I guess. But I was kind of hoping maybe they'd have like a roster or a, you know, who's who kind of a thing. Yeah, you tired of the same old workout? Rawr. Now, no gym is the same. Every gym does something different. A lot of them specialize in various things, depending on what your goal is. I go to Planet Fitness because all I want is access to weightlifting machines because that's all I want to do. They have people here that do, you know, the strong man, strong women training. They mention MMA on here. There was some other more specific types of training that you would do if you were into those specific types of physical training kind of a thing. Things that Planet Fitness does not do. Just put it out there kind of a thing. But I would assume that since they're advertising that they specialize in that kind of training, that they would have coaches that are capable of giving you that kind of training. They do have their membership options on here and stuff. I kind of like that though. Yeah, their easy membership option. I kind of like that they have that up front, not gonna lie. Probably there's some kind of contract you have to sign, and gym membership contracts are usually notoriously like complicated and hard to get out of, yada yada. But if you know, you know. So I hope it's not like that, but maybe it is. Here we go. They say they have experts dedicated to guiding your wellness journey, but they've just got Steven and Michael, and then that's it. Those are the only two trainers that they have there, and neither Steven or Michael is Anna's trainer. Let's see. This. I don't like this. This is terrible. I think we just went to training. No, this is different. Haha. Our industry expert panel of professionals. That's some nice ink. Okay, so this is Michael. Apparently he also will do diet plans. This is Thomas. All right. Ooh, maybe I have found it. There he is. All right, this is Steven. I lied. Steven is her trainer. All right, this is Steven. Okay, strongman training for all levels, online coaching, technique consulting for compound lifts, strongman group classes. Kind of cool. Wait. Hello. Well, hello. Now, here's the thing. Weight loss, muscle strength training, contest prep, posing. Okay, so she does a different type of training. Lifestyle coaching, strength and conditioning, powerlifting. She does powerlifting. I don't know what a Bhakta? What's a Bhakta class? You have my interest. General fitness, strength and conditioning. Jimmy. Can we just get trained by him because his name is Jimmy? I don't know why that amuses me so much, but it does. Chris does not have a face. Chris is just a picture of a chicken. I wonder if Anna's going to be part of the client spotlight someday. Maybe. Maybe that's the goal. Someday Anna's going to be up here. All right, so I guess the reason why she's training with Steven is because he's the only one that actually specifically has strongman training on his CV here. Because I was like, why doesn't she have one of the women trainer? But she's clearly doing the same kind of physique that, or the same style of physique that Ilona was doing. And she doesn't do that. So the female trainers aren't doing the strongman training. And yeah, he doesn't seem to do that. Okay, so the only person that could train her would be Steven. There you have it. All right. So, okay. So, yes, we have clarified that question. She's at this gym because this is the gym that Steven Moore trains at. Yes. Trains people at. Yes. I still don't think he owns the place, though. I don't know who the owner is. I could dig a little bit deeper. I don't care that much. Okay. He works here. That's all I need to know. Instagram. I did notice on their Instagram, they got a lot of stuff up here that is, yeah, kind of motivational kind of things. I do notice that there's like, how to kiss your gym bro without him noticing. Okay. So just some kind of funny stuff here and there. I did notice that they had some supplements I think I saw there. It looks like they've got some cutesy little goofy things. Definitely, you know, how to order your meals, because the one guy did say he was like a nutritionist. It's kind of a deal. This must be the front room. I don't want to know. Looks like there's like a lot of water on a treadmill, and I don't want to watch because it looks gross. So they've got a thing sponsored by GNC. So it just looks like typical gym stuff. I mean, I don't know why they're doing that, but there we go. It just looks like typical gym stuff, you know? It's like TikTok has dancing videos. Gym Talk has weightlifting videos. There you go. I said it. There you go. I said it. If you guys want me to go through the individual videos a little bit more in depth, we can. I just kind of wanted to get a feel for it. Let me say, I love this woman's hair. But for the most part, it looks like they're just kind of oh, there's Steven. Okay. It's talking about a fight. Yeah, some kind of fight. Because again, like I mentioned, they do some MMA training. Ooh, guys. What if Anna takes up MMA? Look, okay, hear me out. What if Anna takes up MMA? She big. Okay, I'm just saying. She learned how to fight. She learns how to grapple. You ain't getting up from that shit. I'm just saying. She could probably take a couple hits before anything. Like, I'm just saying. Anna could probably dominate. I'm just saying. I have always said Anna would make a fabulous rugby player. Anna doing MMA? She's not doing it like next year, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying. Hear me out. Hear me out. I honestly think if Anna could stick with this and she doesn't fucking blow her knees out or like throw her back out within the first 6 months, I honestly think Anna would probably really enjoy this. And I think Anna probably would do really well in this. Like, I honestly think Anna, in her heart of hearts, is a gym rat, this kind of gym rat. I think she just missed her calling. She just didn't get the support and the access when she needed it, right? I think she can do it. I don't think she will do it. Anyway, this one I started kind of watching and I just kind of wanted to watch with you guys just to get a feel for it. I kind of got halfway through it. He was talking about right after he got his leg amputated. He didn't mention why, but he was talking right after he got his leg amputated, how he started doing the log lifts. And that's about as far as I got. So I thought it might be fun to watch this with you guys. And what would he title this one? Let me search it out real quick. What was the title of this one? Oh, I don't remember. We'll watch it anyway. Okay. So from what I'm picking up then is he didn't do strongman before he lost his leg? Okay, before we go too much further, this man has beautiful eyes. I'm sorry. This is the part I got to, and I was like, all right, you got me. Ooh. Look. Hear me out. You had friends at the gym that you trusted enough to come scoop your naked ass up off the floor. Just saying. Look on the bright side. At least you had people there that you trusted to come get your naked ass up off the floor. Putting it out there. Okay, hang on. We gotta hear that one, Mike. Play that back a little bit. Yeah, but okay, playing a video game at level 10 before I learn the buttons is aggravating, but not necessarily like physically devastating. Unlike Anna pretending like she's a Viking princess lifting queen when she can barely lift the equipment without weight on them. Also true. he talks to Anna like this? Do you think he's had this conversation with Anna? When did he post this? He posted this in May? January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, May. When did Anna decide to start being a lunatic? That's been what, a month now? No, 3 weeks? Do you think he's had this conversation with Anna yet? Just asking. All right, let's see some of his most. I really am interested in, like, I know it's like morbid curiosity, but how did he lose his leg? You know, he's just gonna like roll it up his chest, huh? That's kind of cool. I didn't know that's how they were supposed. He just kind of. I mean, yeah, his hands are in there. But he just kind of like rolls it up. It's just kind of neat. It's such a much bigger log than the one Anna had, though that is to be expected. One would think. Yeah, There's something I wanted to say. It was important, and I can't remember it now. Oh, another thing that I saw on the Reddit while I was skimming through it, trying to like see if I had missed anything vital about Anna and her weirdness. Somebody had posted a picture. It was a series of pictures of a woman who had competed at a strong woman convention competition, and she has put the weight down. So it's like a post lift picture. She has blood running down her face from her nose. And I'm assuming maybe it just pooled on her mouth, but it looks like she has been smacked in the face. And I'm just like, I feel like if we are lifting weight heavy enough that it is giving us a bloody nose, I feel like that should be like the point where we stop. I get that the point is to lift heavy weight. This is my problem with these types of sports, okay? I get it. We're trying to be the best. We're trying to lift the heaviest. I get it. But like when you are losing body fluids that are meant to be inside out, you should stop. That's not supposed to happen. Anna pissing herself because her bladder's not strong enough to keep that in is one thing. You getting a bloody nose because you're lifting too heavy, I feel like that's not good. Correct me if I'm wrong, it's fine. I think it's weird. Especially since this is not a beginner. This woman is like she's apparently very strong, so I'm assuming she knows what she's doing. I think it's weird. Kudos, I can't lift that weight. I'm just saying. Last time I saw a woman bleeding that much from her nose, it was a professional soccer player, had taken like a knee to the face. Okay. Anyhow. I'm gonna see if I can't. No, I can't. All right. I don't have my screen set up right. Let's pull this out some and see what we're doing here. What do you say? Hard to find words for this one. In June, I was admitted to the hospital with heart arrhythmia. Yeah, let's see if I can read properly. This was posted on. All right, anyway. Come on, you can do it. 1 week before America's, that means something to somebody. I tweaked my back training stones. The night before leaving for America's, I was hospitalized with a brutal virus and lost 8 pounds. At that point, I had only 2 weeks before I was supposed to leave for Worlds and had serious doubts about my ability to defend my title. So he's titled. However, if there's anything I've learned in my 8 years as an adaptive athlete, excuse my words, it's that when you believe you've reached your breaking point, you still have far more to give. I truly haven't been tested like this I'm so sorry, I can't read. I truly haven't been tested like this since losing my foot 8 years ago. Okay. How does he only have one comment on this? Come on, guys. Are these the stones? Okay, world's champion. There, you guys want to see my face. All right, so this is him winning the 2024 World's Championship. So, what I don't understand is what makes it adaptive other than he's an amputee. Don't get me wrong. So, what does he do exactly that makes things adaptive? I'm just curious, honestly. Because clearly there needs to be something done here because he's down a leg. But I know that they can do a lot of really interesting things with prosthetics these days. So, you know, what's the adaptive that's going on here? And more importantly, other things I have questions about. How does that adaptiveness work towards Anna's situation? Because if we think about it, this is one of the other things that I've always thought is interesting with him taking Anna on as a client is one could argue that because of Anna's physique, because of her super morbidity, I can't use words today. Because of her physique, she can't do a normal set of strong strong person lifts, right? Because her body is literally in its own way, right? And we've seen that with her form. I think it was Ilona just today put up a video about Anna doing, I don't even know what they're called, but she's on a machine where it's not even a machine, it's just kind of like a dip thing where she goes down and you come back up, and that's pretty much all you're doing. But the goal is to actually like go down and then come back up. And Anna can't even go like here because her stomach's in the way. She just literally can't go down because she has so much mass. She just can't go down, right? And Ilona kind of demonstrated how that that maneuver is supposed to be done. We're just gonna pretend like I know words. Anyway, he's having her do those, right? And he has her holding a 45-pound weight while she's doing it, even though she's not fully completing the motion correctly. He's there. He's having her do it. At least it's implied that he's standing there because she's looking at somebody while she's doing it. Right? So, like, what's the adaptiveness that's occurring in these situations anyway? This is squat cardio and he's got a puke sign. Let's slide this out a little bit so I can see. He says, pro tip on high rep compound lifts, take as few breaths as possible to avoid excess time under the bar. It sucks during the set, but it's a shorter set and you will be able to manage more reps at a given weight. I originally switched to Silverback for their supportive gear, which is world class, but I didn't realize how much I would love their clothing line. Okay, so I guess Silverback is a clothing line or a weight belt line. So Silverback is some kind of gear. See, I'm learning. No, my lips are crooked. Ah, well. That's kind of interesting. Oh, I see. He's got the cuff around his ankle. Oh, he might actually be talking about his... Or not. I'm really curious. Let's say it's really challenging to isolate my right side, but it's time to get creative on my big lifts. It always feels like I'm using mostly equal leg drive, but I need to find ways to close the gap even more and get the most out of my short leg. Leave no stone unturned. Here's the thing I think is crazy. Like, first off, good job. Secondly, it's nuts to me that like this even works. You know, prosthetics are just really fascinating to me. And like the way that they're developing year after year. I don't even have one. I just think they're fascinating. Anyway. I don't mean that in a bad way. They're just fascinating to me. Are we going up or down? We were going up. All right. Do your muscle imbalances prevent you from feeling symmetrical engagement? Then don't worry. You're not alone. Oh, good. That's great. Oh, sorry. That was funny. His face. It's amazing. Love this guy. Look, I like this guy, okay? He's funny. Insert pseudoscience BS about how muscle imbalances are holding you back. Okay, cool. Are they? Is that a thing? Aren't most people like asymmetrical? Like, don't most people have like a one side bigger than the other kind of a thing? Like, some people are just way more pronounced than others. I, of course, am perfect. I don't have any of those things. Let's see. He says, close to smashing the big goal of a 300-pound log. This first rep was 270, then 290, then 300. So I guess this last one's 300. If you look closely at the 300-pound attempt, I got stuck just before the lockout, which I have no problem with, but I lost my balance when my weight shifted backwards. Okay. Considering I just jumped back into training log 3 weeks ago, having not trained them since July, this is very promising. Okay. Interesting. So this is the 300-pound. Damn, that's big. All right. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. So that's where he says he lost his weight, right? Or lost his balance right there. So there's the 2, whatever. There's the 290. And then this is the 300 itself that he was shooting for. Is his shirt sweaty or is it like shiny plastic for some reason? Look, I can't even do the one. Well, I don't know. I've never tried, but I would assume I can't even do the 110. So I don't know. Maybe I could. Now I'm kind of curious. But I can't do no 300. So if I can do this. I believe in you, my friend. Was there a sentence? Okay. And this, which is 260 pounds. Overhead. And this 280-pound log. Learning. Is the log, you just kind of like do it as many times in a row as you can? Or do you have to get it up there and lock it out? Then surely. Oh, so he's still trying for that 300-pound log. Not you. Sure, man. After 9 years of grinding, I'm within striking distance of a 300-pound log press. This Saturday on my 9-year legiversary, if all feels well, I'm going to go for it. All right, man. That was on February the 6th. Are these in not chronological order? I don't know, man. We're just going up. Booty. Ooh. What's that? I don't know what this is. Are you supposed to do that with your belt? Oh, lights in my house went out. All right. Someone said that's the farmerman carry. I should probably learn these terms if Anna's going to continue to do this. All right, here we go. This is from February 25th. Finally feeling back to myself after the flu punched me in the face. Feel that, man. I was trying to hit 300 on the log the week after missing it, but the very same day I failed 300, got the flu. Instead, I'm going to back off and let my body fully recover. Weird how he talks about it versus how Anna talks about it. It's hard to become impatient when you are so close to a big goal, but impatience often leads to regret at this sport. There's plenty of time. Well, hang on. What did you say? Impatience often leads to regret at this sport. Huh. There's plenty of time to make this happen. In your own journey, never lose sight of the long term. You will often overestimate what you can accomplish in the short term. Huh. Anyway. There we go. This is from March 1st? Just lifting heavy things while watching people at the Arnolds lift much heavier things. Touche. Whenever I hear someone say, "Oh, I have to do legs today," it makes me a bit salty. I absolutely love leg days, which may sound weird considering that I'm missing one. However, it's precisely because I'm missing one that I'm so grateful for the ability to do. 9 years ago, I had to learn to walk again, how to drive with my left foot, how to squat and deadlift, and eventually carry 600 plus pounds on my back. Leg day is a reminder of how lucky I am. In fact, okay, we already watched that part. I'm not trying to be dismissive. I'm just like, we already saw that part. Okay, I got it now. How did he lose this leg? 9 years ago, he lost a leg. How? Why? Someone put me out of my misery.
I was still lifting consistently. Before I lost my leg 9 years ago, I'd already been competing in strength sports for 11 years, and I lived for the gym. But as my priorities shifted to my personal training career, I stopped competing in powerlifting, and before long, I was just coasting. I was still lifting consistently, but that competitive fire was gone. All of that changed when I woke up in a hospital bed after being T-boned by a drunk driver on my motorcycle. I'll never forget that moment because instantly all of my hope just drained from my body. That was it. That was it for my career. But I remember when the switch flipped and I realized it wasn't just about me anymore. If I wanted, this could be page 1, chapter 1 of a story that might someday give someone else hope. Before the accident, I hadn't competed for 4 years, and in the past 9 since the accident, I've competed roughly 20 times, and I have 3 American titles and 2 world titles in the sport of strongman. Cool. And I believe this: clarity of vision turns fear of failure into a cause for courage. So whether you're afraid to get started or you've already started and your passion is fading, I want you to start clarifying your vision for a future that's actually worth pursuing. Something deeper than, I want a 6-pack, I want to make more money, I want to get in shape. Tell me in the comments.
But I do. But I do want to make more money. No kidding.
What's your deeper reason behind your training? What's your vision?
What do you guys think? You think he talks to Anna like this? So what do you think Anna's deeper meaning is? What's her deeper vision, you know? Because I know what her shallow vision is. But what do you think her deeper vision is? Like, what do you think her purpose behind Viking princess lifting, or whatever the fuck the name of that thing was again? Huh? What do you think that is? I wonder. I wonder. Do you think she'll let me follow her? Do you think? I've been very supportive of this, by the way. I would like it to be known that I have been very supportive of this fucking journey of hers as far as the weightlifting thing has gone. So, anyhow, I like this guy. I really am liking this guy.
Perfectionism is a tyrant who promises to protect you from distress while actually leading you away from success.
Perfectionism is just a form of procrastination. There, I said it.
4 years ago, I had the incredible honor of competing in Iceland at the Magnus ver Magnuson Adaptive World Championships.
I just want to go to Iceland.
Day 1 was humbling but incredible. And day 2 had great events for me, so I went back to my hotel, eager to come back and claw some points. But when I went to rinse off, the shower had no seat. And instead of, well, adapting, I tried to balance on one leg.
There we go. Reliant Robin.
If this sounds familiar, it's because I already learned this lesson 1 month after the accident. So you know what happens next. I took a tour of an Icelandic waterfall I definitely didn't sign up for and landed right on my stump. The next morning, just putting on my
We don't get the Family Guy insert? Oh, come on. That was funny.
prosthetic hurt.
Thank you. Thank you.
Walking, even worse. And I limped into the venue, seriously considering pulling out. That's when Magnus himself, 4 times world's strongest man, saw me and asked, "Are you going to be able to do this?"
Okay, first off, there's a dude named Magnus. Secondly, he does strongman. Because of course he does. You name your kid Magnus, what else is he going to do with his life? I'm just saying. Oh, sorry. Finish your story.
No, this is a man who came from an era where they didn't even know what the events were going to be. And even if they did, the equipment they had
Is
was
this
nowhere
Magnus?
near what we have today. This is Strongman. This is a no excuses sport. And this was a division full of athletes competing despite their disabilities in the land of Vikings.
But Magnuson is the champion.
So I looked him in the eye and I said, Magnus, it's not going to be pretty, but I'm going to do it. So I put 600 pounds on my back and I limped for 50 feet, one agonizing step at a time.
You know what? But you did the damn thing, okay? That's not something a lot of the girls can say. That's why I'll give Rosie points for doing the 50 laps. Not a lot of the girls will do the thing they say they're going to do.
And at the end, I collapsed.
Bet.
My leg was trashed. My back was wrecked. But I believe this with everything in me. Quitting would have hurt much more.
Dude, this just looks painful, okay? You can see how his leg is just not playing ball.
Perfectionism is a...
I'm not laughing. You can see he's like, fucking done. There's the finish line, done. He's carting 600 pounds around on his back, though, man. Come on.
tyrant who promises to protect you from distress while leading you away from success. If you're willing, tell me in the comments about a time when perfectionism got the...
Was that really perfectionism, though? Was that perfectionism? Really? All right. I don't feel like that's perfectionism. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway.
When you see someone at the gym or online with more success than you, what story do you tell yourself?
I don't. I just turn it off and walk away. They're not me. I don't care.
One of the most influential people in my
Oops.
life was my college professor, Dr. Szymanski. He's a global leader in strength research, the dean of kinesiology, was the vice president of the NSCA, a great coach, and a family man.
No.
But what inspired me wasn't just his success, it was the character and the discipline that created it. He would get up super early and train himself before he trained the baseball players. And in the classroom, he was humble enough to admit when he didn't have the answer. And that's because he saw himself as a permanent student. And it seemed as if that shaped everything that he did. There were definitely times, if I'm being honest, where I would envy his success. But over time, as I observed how he lived, I realized that what I really wanted was to emulate his character and to become the kind of person whose habits produce those results. If someone else's success makes you feel bad, it's not them. It's a sign that you have a scarcity mindset. You might believe...
I like this guy. I'm sorry. I like this guy. Do you think he'll get through? Pay attention to the story you tell yourself when you encounter someone you deem more successful. Do you think he'll get through? Do you think he can get through to Anna? Do you?
For example, that their success is down to luck, genetics, or it's ill-gotten, rather than it being a result of their discipline and character. Instead of envy, ask, what do they do that I'm not doing? You can't control your genetics, but what you can control is your effort.
Well, okay, first off, what are you blaming on your genetics?
Effort, mindset, and habits. Don't envy the results, replicate their routines. Please drop a comment and tell me, who do you...
When did he post this one? I feel like, for some reason, I feel like these are going backwards in time. No, this is from April. Oh, shit. Interestingly, since we're in April, remember how I mentioned in one of the videos about Anna and her weird not being able to do a split squat? I am not the only person, obviously, to notice that. Let me see if I can find this real fast. This is Anna from April of this year doing a split squat. This year. Okay? right? And then this is Anna from like a few weeks ago not being able to do a split squat because she's terrified of them. I don't understand what she's trying to sell us here. I showed you videos of her being able to do split squats back when she was training with Run Lab. That was Anna doing a split squat from April after her surgeries. What happened between April and that would have been August or early September, mid-August, early September? What happened? She just makes shit up. Like, I don't understand. I really don't understand what she does, what she's doing in here, and why she thinks that, like, people don't remember shit. Now, granted, this came off the Reddit. I didn't, like, instantly recall this video, but I remember it now. It's still up on her channels. Well, maybe not. This might be a story, but either way, it's still on the internet. You can still find it. You can go to the Reddit and find it. Like, the whole rest of this clip is that original video from April that she posted talking about getting back into the swing of things and stuff. And, you know, they just put the two clips of her doing the split squats up front. You know, it's just, I don't understand her logic with basically lying to us about not being able to do a split squat when there's at least two pieces of evidence that she can. Now, is her form great? No. But that's still, like, she's not, it's the same thing here. She's just, like, watching her do a split squat now with Run Lab and then in April, and then watching her do this in, I don't know, late August, early September, watching her do this, it's almost like watching someone purposefully do it wrong, just so she can look like she's doing it better later. Even though I know she can do it correctly-ish compared to this. So what does that make this? It makes it a lie. Y'all get on me about this shit, but, like, this is a lie. This. That's why I don't like her, how it started, how it's going shit. That's not how it started. This isn't how it's going. This is a lie. How it started was she could do a split squat. How it's going is she can still fucking do a split squat. I don't know what this is, other than her pretending like she can't do a split squat to make it look like she learned how to do a split squat so that she can pat herself on the back or get internet praise for overcoming her fear of doing a split squat that she was perfectly capable of doing in April. No, it's lies. Anyway, back to something more entertaining.
Please don't make this mistake when it comes to habit change.
Oh, okay.
So 2 months after I lost my leg, I finally made it back to the gym.
This works out because I think I started with this video, but I didn't have sound on this video. So we'll just watch this again.
Now, last time I was...
Actually, no. You know what? No, we're not going to watch this one again.
I'm gonna go harder than them. I'm gonna go harder than them. I'm gonna go harder than them.
Okay, he says, it only took 18 months to get back to a 500-pound deadlift after my amputation, but another 8 years to feel like I can actually progress beyond that. Okay. Due to multiple injuries during the process, 500 plus creates fear and hesitation, but I need to move beyond this. 500 is just a number. I'm far stronger now than I was 8 years ago. My old max is now a speed rep, and it's time to explore new territory. Okay, cool. And that was from May. Okay, so we just basically see him do more log lifts. What is he doing these for? He's still chasing that elusive 300 in the log. So this is 510 that he's deadlifting. Are his? Oh, they are. Okay. I was like, why is he doing that? It's because his wrists are attached to the bar. Like, why is he doing that with his wrist? Oh, because they're attached. Oh, my bad. Okay, so he says on February, is he talking? On February 8th, 2016, I was hit by a drunk driver on my motorcycle. First off, fuck whoever that person was. After 11 years of powerlifting, I decided to try my hand at strongman. And now we have to turn it off. Log press was an instant favorite. This is 100 pounds, 2 months after post-accident. Is this the infamous first time I put the log up and I did it on the one leg and then I fell in the shower because I was pushing myself too hard? And he gets it up. This is 171 year post-accident. 200 in 2017. Look how much his physique changes. Ooh. That looked like it hit him in the head. Experimenting with a new technique. That said he passed out. He didn't fall over. He passed out. Okay, if you're bleeding from the mouth, if you're bleeding from the nose, and you're passing out, thinking you're lifting too heavy, am I wrong? I'm sorry. I feel like there's lines. Maybe this is one of those lines. Bring it down a little. Maybe just a little bit. Jesus Christ. Clearly he recovers. Jesus. I don't think I've ever lifted something so heavy that it made me pass out. Don't get me wrong. I'm not lifting 300 pounds. What was that? That wasn't even 300 pounds. That was like what? What did he say that was? 240. Fuck. Yes, thank you, TikTok. $280 in 2023. 2290 in 2024. I think we've been... This is May. He's still going for 300. He's still trying to lock it out. I guess... Okay, there you go. He hit his 300 pounds. Good job. Without passing out. I think that's weird.
Wow. What's going on, everybody? It's Cybernetic Strongman here.
Hi.
I've been gone for a little bit, but rest assured, I'm still training hard. I had...
Well, dude, I just watched you pass out lifting a log over your head, so...
a minor back scare about 5-6 weeks ago doing Atlas stones, but that's cleared up.
Yay.
I'm back to heavy training, and what I'm really excited to share is that I'm now in competition prep for America's Strongest Athlete with Disabilities in October and the Magnus for Magnuson Adaptive World Championships, which will be at OSG in Arlington, Texas, late November. So day one of event training is already going.
Is that this year? Yeah. Time to reclaim my title of America's Strongest Athlete with Disabilities and defend my title at Magnus vs. Magnuson Adaptive World Championship at OSG. Cool. Kind of rooting for this guy, I'm not going to lie. Look, he makes me like him. I don't know. Maybe he's a total asshole. This looks like an eyeball, and I can't unsee it. I'm sorry.
Going really, really well. I did 3 of the events that I'll have at America's Strongest, which is Circus Dumbbell, and I did 140 pounds for 3 or 4 sets of 3, and it absolutely flew, which is great. My best here is 200 pounds, and so I'm tracking with
is amazing.
I'm sorry. Strongest ever on this event.
Is he coming back?
Keeping it light for now, but really happy with how these went.
Come on.
I was more nervous, of course, about the frame carry into farmer's carry just because of my back, but absolutely no problems here. 440 pounds in the frame and 410 pounds on the farmer's, or 205 in each hand. And the pick was easy, the speed was exactly where I wanted it. 3 sets here, exactly as I planned. And for the first time ever, practicing power stairs, these went really good. At America's Strongest, I'm going to have to take something all the way up the stairs and all the way back down. And our loading pin doesn't go much above 300 pounds, which is a problem because comp weight is 400. So if anybody has any ideas on how to get this thing heavier, please let me know. Couldn't be happier with how day 1 went. Working.
My guess is going to be you're going to have to buy a heavier pin? I don't know. I don't do these things. How do you train at a disadvantage like that? So what makes it adaptive? Is it just because it's for people with disabilities? Is that just it? Is it just because they're people like amputees? Is that it? Because it's adaptive because he's missing a leg, ergo he has a prosthetic, therefore it's adaptive because he doesn't have 2 full legs. Is that it? I'm just asking. Because I'm looking to see where the adaptation in the equipment is, I guess is what I'm doing. Like, where's the adaptation with the weight? Where's the adaptation with the equipment? Like, how is the gear and the equipment being adjusted for his missing limb? And the only thing that's different is he has a prosthetic limb. So is that the adaptation? I'm just asking. I could look these things up on the internet, and I probably will between now and then. Now and when this video goes up, just because I'm curious, but I'm not going to do it in this video just because it's running a little long.
With about 75 to 80% of comp weight, and it's moving really well. So follow along as I train to regain my title of America's Strongest and defend my title at Worlds.
I don't know why, but I have Monday Night Football music in my head now, and I want to sing that for him.
So competition prep is still rolling along very well.
Hooray.
Physically, but it's been a very rough few weeks for my mental health.
Aww.
I've struggled
Don't worry, man. Anna does that to all of us. It's fine.
with depression and anxiety since I was a kid.
Again, Anna does that to all of us. This will be around the time he starts training Anna, by the way, if this date is correct. 9/2. Yeah. So September 2nd.
But over the past year, it's been so bad that it's starting to get in the way of some of my personal and business goals. And I finally had to admit that I needed help. So a couple weeks ago, I started CBT, or cognitive behavioral therapy.
Oh.
Here's what I'm not going to do, though. I'm not going to make anxiety a part of my identity or use it as an excuse from the work that needs to be done. It's somehow become fashionable to wear your weakness like an accessory to garner sympathy from people and to excuse yourself from becoming everything God created you to be.
I don't know about that exactly, but I mean, I don't disagree with everything he just said there.
So I'm not sharing this to have you feel sorry for me, but simply to tell you that you're not alone if you also struggle with anxiety. And it doesn't have to own you or be a permanent part of your story. I'll be sharing what I learned in therapy in case it helps you. Don't make excuses. Make progress, no matter how small.
There you go. Do you think he'll get through to Anna? This is from September. Do you think he can get through to Anna? Am I asking too much of the universe? He was just talking about squats. Okay, this is the most recent video. I think we already watched this one. So, okay, we've literally watched everything on his Instagram now. This one was posted the 5th of September. Yeah, that's what 9 is. Yeah, September. So we are caught up with him. I like this guy. We're gonna keep an eye on this guy. I wonder if I can follow him on my Well, I don't follow anybody on Instagram, honestly. So we'll keep an eye on this guy. He's going to get ready to compete in October. That's kind of interesting. So there's that. I'm actually a little invested in him. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you've made it this far in the video, go ahead and put like a dumbbell or something. Do they have dumbbells? I don't know. Put your favorite workout equipment down in the comment section down below as your emoji. Let me know what you guys think. Do you do this stuff? Is anybody else doing adaptive anything? Surely to God, some of you do this or do something adaptive-esque. So let me know down below. Have any of you guys looked into this guy before or the gym that he trains at, which is again the scroll up, the Big Tex gym. Have any of you guys ever gone here? It's in Texas. Texas is like one of the largest states in the union. Some of you must have at least seen the sign. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your opinions are of these places. I don't know. I kind of like this guy. He seems kind of nice. I have learned that Gorilla Mind is some kind of supplement and that Silverback Athlete is some kind of gear. Those questions have now been answered for me. We'll keep an eye on the Steven here. And yeah, I guess we don't need two of those. I'm just curious if A, he says any of this stuff to Anna when he trains her, and B, if any of it's going to sink in. I think at this point, they may have been training together for like maybe a month, maybe. And I don't know, Anna's committing by, she's even made a whole new Instagram for it, you guys. So go check that out. She's got 8,000 followers already. So go see if she'll let you follow her. I wonder if she will let me follow her. I'll give it a shot. The worst she's going to do is block me. I'm already blocked on her other account. What difference does it make? So there's that. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I've got for you guys. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. I feel like this was kind of a good little investigatory video to just kind of get a feel for who her trainer is and what the gym is. She claims she's going there 3 days a week, and she claims she's seeing him all 3 days that she's there. That may or may not be true. A lot of you have said, with your trainers, you see them maybe once a week, maybe not even that often. You just kind of get your training schedule from them and then you touch base. I feel like with Anna, though, she probably does require a little bit more hands-on, especially with these kind of lifts and stuff, just because there's so much that could go wrong, and Anna doesn't know when to not do something stupid. But there's that. Anyway, trying to think if there's anything else I really wanted to say that I didn't say at the time. I don't know. I kind of like the guy. He seems interesting. Your emoji is going to be some kind of like a dumbbell or fitness equipment, whatever they've got in your phone for your emoji. And yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Put a timestamp down below so that I remember what we were talking about in the moment. And yeah, if there was any kind of like quiet spots, it's because of copyright music. So, and that's all I've got for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see everybody in the next one. Bye.
This is my outro music. You can't copyright strike me because it's just me singing. This is my outro music. Thank you for watching. See you next time.